Good morning, good morning. The coffee came in fresh and quick, so I'm online even sooner than I expected. Morning, gang. Excuse me, I can feel that my throat's a bit sore. Or, hello, hello. See if we can get everything sorted. Get back up and running. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of things to go through here. I think it's getting close to the time where I need a new mouse. Feels like the mouse button is consistently pushing itself every so often. I think it's just about broken. I have all kinds of crap in my bags here. 1 second. I can see there's a lot of things that have just been going back and forth. Between characters. We'll need to sort it at some point. Alrighty. Heavy wool. Anyways, I think we're just about there. Sorry. See what we can get done here today. Another day, another attempt. Who knows how poorly it's gonna go. Come on. See if maybe it's interesting today. See if we have better results with the whole resists, misses, dodges, parries. Ah. We're off to a rough start. This looks to be a dangerous area. Filled with hostile mobs. Nope. Anywho, here we are. Time to get started on with the bark. See what we can manage today. Level 32, nearly 33. So can we realistically get to 34 maybe? I think that's probably like the soft milestone. Banging out a full level. They're slightly above my level. Good view. It basically feels like as if they're spotting me immediately. Or at least I need to then circle even further around the edge if I'm hoping to avoid getting detected. Okay, so it's not impossible. It's mostly a case of proximity, it looks like. Proximity is the key. So we're going through witch doctors, headhunters, and axe throwers. One for all, one for one. Leave no stone unturned. Excuse me. At least we're very close to just getting a level. You know, it's always good to just jump on and then be fortunate enough to simply open up with the level just straight from the bat. It's just privilege. I am it feels as if something is off here with the UI, or not the UI but the OBS. 1 second here. Okay, it's working. Okay, it's working. It's just there was just some buggy information on the OBS screen, but it was working. But I did just notice looking at the looking at the broadcast. I logging onto Twitch myself and looking at the picture frame on the left with the webcam seems to be a bit. Is it like a bit granular, or is it maybe just like a bit unclear? Sorry, coffee ASMR back again. It feels like there's. I'm not sure if it's the lighting that's the issue, maybe. Insufficient lighting. Something just seems as if it's not. Maybe it's like a sharpness thing. It's not entirely sharp. They're level 35 as well, that's tough. Parry, parry, miss, come on. That's a lot of parries and misses. Hey, there we go. So what we got to... This is 33, yeah, okay, so we're going Blood Frenzy. Nice. Good timing. Love it. At least it levels out the playing field a little bit. Level discrepancy gets reduced. That's nice. Kind of unsure some of those close density mobs. I'm just uncertain if you know I managed to pull more than one. So rather pull them back instead of getting the jump on them. Axe thrower. Let's see if we can pull him back. Enough, yeah.
I'm out of range. I don't have enough.
Okay. Witch Doctor. They're kind of close as well, aren't they?
It's too far away. I don't have enough energy. I'm out of range.
I've always, it's interesting to get a feel for how little or how much the healing ward actually puts out. My impression is that it's so little that you don't want to prioritize it and just focus on killing a mob. But you can also say it's probably based on an assessment of how long do you expect that the kill is gonna take, because you basically end up fighting against the healing output, right? Becomes a straight up L. Which do you manage? Autobiographer, you've dealt 1 million damage. I wonder if it were possible to get the autobiographer to publish on, like, no. I was just curious if you could maybe get it to show on screen. That would be more fun instead of in the chat window. For the hell of it. But no.
I'm out of range. I don't have not enough energy. I don't have not enough energy. I don't have enough.
Well, I'll leave him. He's just stuck up there in the back. That's not worth it, is it? There should be more. We continue. Ouch. I hate the positioning thing, It's just annoying when they start going left and right. He's gonna make it. Unfortunate, he's gonna make it. I mean, I don't feel like my herbalism necessarily is behind. Well, is it? No, let's see here. So at level 33, at 5 points a level, that's 165. I'm at 148. So okay, so I'm slightly behind. 150. Nice to have the gloves. They've actually saved me on a few occasions. But okay, so I'm 3 levels behind. So I'm level 30. My herbalism skill is on par for level 30 character, which is not the same zone, but should be in the vicinity. So it should be. I shouldn't be struggling with too many herbs that are out of my level. Okay, so what do we still have to go here? We're still looking for headhunters specifically. And apart from that, a couple of axe throwers. Yeah, we're still good. And then I think we have to go back, get the follow-up quest where you come back and kill the shadow knives or whatever they're called that are inside the cave. Isn't that the next part? Oh, my throat right now is, I've got like a, I wonder what the English expression is actually. In Danish you say I have a like a toad in my throat, something that's just like tickling my. Okay, so what? Let's see here. 2 axe throwers, and it's nice that even the caster mobs are inclined to run towards you. That's a good thing. Instead of just standing somewhere, range bombing you. That's nice. Nice. Which doctor doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see here. Headhunter. We're closing in. I can't even remember if they're like shared spawns, so effectively you could be unlucky and get, you know, multiple of the ones you don't need. Better stop messing around here. Okay, so 1 headhunter, 2 axe throws. Okay, and we still have them going this way around, which is nice. Okay, getting there slowly but surely. We went bouldering again last night, family. My arms are killing me today, and I think I like messed up my ankle even. Okay, so we're missing. It's 2 axe throwers. Okay, so they basically do exist around the edge of the lake here. There we go. Oh. Where is it? Khadgar's Whisker. Probably too high. Damn it. Life root. Let's see. Maybe we're lucky it's a 150. Then I could equip my gloves. Nice. Hooray for that. Failed. I need to, while I remember, just quickly do... One second here. I'm trying to... Okay, so let's see if we can't kill this off. Sometimes a distract would be nice. You know, give you an easier time of trying to circle the mob. Backstab it. Guess we should have played a rogue then. We didn't. We strategized wrong. Okay, so one more. There we go. Come to Papa. Nice. Okay, so now we will return all the way. We're going all the way back to Hammerfall. I didn't even notice earlier that the... See if I can't move this a little bit so it's not blocked by the graphics. Go. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see here. Running back to Hammerfall. Report. Return to Torgan. Return to Gormul. Gormul.
What do you need?
And back to Torgan. These guys don't communicate well. I mean, it's just, could you run back and forth? You know, I don't really want to go over there and talk to them. That's why they're located on separate, on opposite sides of the village. Ah, so close. You had no upgrade. You've completed 200 quests. Hey, okay. Fly to Terran Mill. Are we there yet? No, not quite. Nearly there yet. Oh, I'm actually a little sore all over from yesterday. Exercise is tough, you know? It's actually tough. I'm not sure I like it. It's not good for you. They say it's good for you, but it's not really good for you. Okay. On to Undercity. Okay. Alrighty. See here. We're almost there. Da, da, da. We have arrived. Okay, so wow. Genevieve.
Beware, our enemies are found.
Travel towards Faranel. He's over there. Okay, let's go. Remember to do a bit of recruitment spam. See if we can get some new members. What do the shoulders look like? Yeah. Alrighty, let's go. Where is he? Is he in here? In the apothecary? Hello! Into the secret underbelly of Undercity, where all the scrupulous experiments take place. Cast teleport to Moonglade. Moonglow? Moonglade? We have arrived, and we're going to train. Hey, that's nice. I was waiting on that. Looks like we made it. Okay, so let's see here. Healing touch. Rank 6. Track humanoids. Oh, fair enough. Demo roar. And ferocious bite and ravage. Okay, those are nice things. So let's see here. It's ravage. As far as I remember, must be prowling and behind the target. It's 350. Wow, that's nice. So that goes there. And ferocious bite. Oh yeah, nice. So ferocious bite is my finisher. So we're gonna have to rotate everything a little bit. And hearth to free wind. Okay, we're really going back and forth, forwards here. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Cliff Watcher Longhorn. Family tree. Maybe we can get rid of some of this stuff here. So here. And I'm still... Montar. Okay. So we are, let's see here. Nope. No potions at the moment. Mokhtar, we're going... Okay, so it's about time to go 1,000 needles, I guess, for the quest there. Excuse me. Okay, I forgot. I was alt tabbing, forgot to. Let's try that one more time. See if we actually get off the elevator. I mean, how many times would that happen in real life? If you get to get off the elevator. Alrighty, here we go. Meep meep. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's see. 40, no, 33 and mount is at 40, so still a ways to go. Yeah, still a ways to go. But again, I think, you know, travel form is just such a privilege, so it matters less. I don't feel that I'm struggling in terms of transportation right now, so thankfully that's not a big issue. Okay. Not a lot of herbs growing here in this terrain, huh? Really too dry, deserty. It's uphill all the way. Alrighty, let's see here. On the one hand, I should probably be considering... I could be looking for some dungeons as well. It's just... I haven't really felt the need for it. I wonder wonder if there's anything really worthwhile. I mean, of course, we're getting to SM, which by now we'll probably start having some actual drops that are worth it. So I guess I could probably start considering it. Instead of just doing my own thing. Mokhtar. There we go. Okay. See here. Let's see what we can. Oh yeah, I wonder when do you actually get? Nature's Grasp. Okay, yeah. I forgot that Nature's Grasp in vanilla is a talent and not a skill or spell or ability. That comes later. Okay, so it's about time to start working my way through the Shimmering Flats, I guess. 1,000 needles, yeah. Probably about to do full circuit. See here, delivery to the gnomes. Ah, there's an RP. There we go. Next, Fizzle and Whizzle. Back to Gravel. On to Pozic. Obstacles. Okay, now time for the massive overhaul. Full circuit. Days on end. No rest for the wicked. I'm gonna grab a coffee and then I'll be right Yep, helps when I turn the mic back on. Time to do some circuits. Hello? So what do we need to kill? Basically everything, right? As far as I remember. Time to start testing the new ability. Wide circle ravage. So hopefully ravage should increase my damage output so that I kill them quicker, which is nice.
I'm out of range.
Okay, shaving off what, 40% of the mob's health in one go is all of a sudden improvement. I already have one. Oh, let's see here. Okay, I can't carry any more of those. Okay, so all kinds of things we need to kill here. There's basically no herbs here at all. It's just not the zone for it. So we probably don't have to worry too much about that part. I'm forgetting that I swapped some spells around, so now I need to shift my keybind to accommodate the fact that I'm hitting something else. Okay, so invaders and searchers and whatnot there, where they're closer inside here. Come on. Having moved the keybinds around, it's not going well right now. I need to really realign some of them. I'm missing everything because I've started shifting some of the keys over. Nuisance. But maybe by the time I have it sorted, you know, it's time for the next sort of keybinds, you know, so I'll probably have to start over. But yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Where some of the ones that we need are probably inside, aren't they? Invaders, yeah, let's see here. Invaders, yeah, probably are. Hey there, buddy. Master Shifu. Master Shifu. See if we come across something. Maybe in here, or... Well, now we got a party. Not enough mana to regen into form. Ouch. I think I'll just stay for now. See if I can. I'll off heal. Probably. What? How did he die there? What happened to that one? Okay, that was tough. I don't even recall that from previous attempts, but yeah, that's how you get your ass handed to you, I reckon. And that's kicking your ass. Tough. Sort of like bring a friend, you know, bring a friend to work. I really need to get a better weapon soon. It's not bad, but it could definitely be better. It needs an upgrade. Coming on 10 levels offset, so it's about that time. It's about that time. We're going back in. Redemption. Time to kick the tires and light the fires. Damn it. Well, it helps being two, that's for sure. I mean, if I had been alone, I wouldn't have lasted, you know, but a split second of what we did. Torrent power. Okay. Mike. Mike joins the party. Okay, good of you to join, Mike. So let's kick some ass here. Do we have it? Do we have what we need? There's basically nothing here. Where are we going? We need to find... But we need to... The invaders... They're in here, aren't they? I mean, come on, people. They must just be not spawning at the moment. We'll have to wait. Oh, I didn't even register the fact that it was such a small cave before. Apparently, I wasn't paying enough attention. So we'll have to wait for the respawns. Yeah. We'll have to wait for the respawns. In the meantime... You... Yep. Waiting around. That's a bit of a rough wait at the moment. There goes one. That's two. So... kind of this is a little bit tedious. It's not exactly the most cooperative type of mob. There we go. Helps being three people. But still, oh man. One searcher, 3 invaders. Well, I mean, you know, it's just a matter of patience, but still, it feels very ineffective. I might as well do something while we wait. Okay, I forgot that they all aggro. That was my bad. Good thing we were a full group once more. Just because. Hooray! Invader. Nice. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. Nope. Nope. I mean, can I like... Okay, so where are we now? One of each? Okay, just about there. Just about there. Okay, one searcher. One searcher. Maybe they're upstairs. Must be some around here somewhere. But apart from that, one searcher. There we go. Where is it? It's over there. Here.
I'm out of range. I don't have
Nice. Okay. Back to... We all go our separate ways. Your group has been dismantled. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Time to do circles around the salt. Shimmering flats. Time over time over time over time again.
not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
We're gonna be here for a while. That's for sure. We will most... We're going to be here for what? We're going to be here through the entirety of the rest of this level, minimum. Maybe more, right? It's annoying that you drop form when you have to pick up stuff. I can't remember, did they change that in... was that changed in TBC or not until Wrath, maybe? It's just an inconvenience. You need to plan out where you're going for the next specific item, because there's no need to drop out of form if you end up running on to the next mob that you just like or the next item that you just pick up instead. So hardened tortoise shell. It's gonna be a lot of things to pick up here. Those are some. These are some hard hits, that's for sure. I mean, when you rip off half the health of the mob just on the opener, that's a rough one. But it's super nice. I mean, it just gives a sensation of increased efficiency. Mm. So many things you need to pick up. Loot Central.
I'm out of range. Ready. I don't have ready. Not enough energy.
Okay, well. Lots of dead things here. Okay, on to the next one. There's such a significant difference between getting the opener on the mob I know, in terms of how long it takes to get the kill. Okay, we continue.
It's too far away.
Timing was off. Might as well wait for the full regen then, and then get it there. Yeah.
I don't have enough. Not enough. I don't have
Can you hear me on stream now? Okay. Earplug, audio support. I think there's something wrong with the, let's see here if I can actually update that. Meant that in a sense you don't feel like, okay, well, fair enough. Yeah, yes. Not to worry. I get it. Feels like there's something off with the stream though, in the sense that it's not necessarily updating the counter. Something seems like it's off, but I am not sure what. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, at this point in time, I have the pleasure of looking ahead at a couple of hours in Shimmering Flats, probably. Just hashing out all the kill quests, loot items. Figure we'll be here for a while. Just killing stuff. at least it's a space where at least it's one of these places where you really fill up your bags, I think, because there's so much you have to kill and so much that drops stuff for better or worse. It's just stacking up on everything. You're figuring out an ad. Okay. To the trade channel for BWLs for tonight. Okay. What's the purpose of that? What's it supposed to do for you?
It's too far away. Not enough.
Ah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. So it's basically just like a recruitment thing for the raid, in the sense. Advertisement. Yeah, I follow. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Just half full yet? Yeah, short notice. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably, some people, depending on where you're from, still have some degree of vacation at this point in time, right? They're probably not back until the end of the month. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's also one of those things in general where if you haven't ever been the one to like raid lead / do recruitment for a raid event, you have absolutely no idea how much time goes into it. It's an ungrateful task, and most people just take it so much for granted. There's no understanding for what it means. We had to cancel last week's Wednesday and Thursday events due to low signups, and it was just the Wednesday one for. Okay, yeah. Tough times. I am a stickler for. It's horrible sometimes having this need for things to align perfectly. It's tough. When the OCD takes over and things need to be aligned perfectly from a visual perspective. Disco Pumper. There we go. Disco Pumper, the Tauren Warrior. Okay, we need a lot of tortoise shells, so I figure we might as well just do a circuit here, see how many we get. It's funny that if your rotation starts off wrong, if you don't hit that first opener, then everything after that for the rest of the kill typically just feels off. It just has this like you're always behind on either energy or just like trying to keep the combo points building up for the right purposes. You can feel these guys have a lot of armor, that's for sure. I mean, they take quite a bit more hits than regularly. Toughy, tough shell, tough nut to crack. Would you stop moving about? It's tough to position properly when they just keep going back and forth. You can sense their sort of objection against you trying to ambush them, which I guess is fair, but inconvenience. Go. Hello, good druid. Would you be interested in tanking Scarlet Library? Oh. Well, at least he asked kindly, and I tried to reply kindly as well. Sort of doing my thing here. Not really up for going SM library. Okay, so we managed get roughly half the shells. It's tough going, that's for sure. Killing off these mobs here. The tortoises low drop rate on the shells. Tortoise shells. Oh, coffee's getting cold. Oh, I just made it. Thank God. Could really use that distract. That would be awesome. When you wish you were a rogue. Okay, another kill. Yet another non-existent drop. I mean, these guys are really, you know, they keep their drops tight. That's for sure. They don't just give anything away. They really are like, okay, if you want this hide off my back, you really gotta work for it. You know, you're gonna have to kill all of us. No freebies. It really feels like I need to consider getting a new mouse at some point. It's starting to feel as if not just one, but maybe two of the buttons are starting to struggle a little bit with like registering me clicking them. And it doesn't Well, no. I'll have to go back and check. I don't feel like it's that old, but at the same time, of course, it sees a lot of action, so probably is just a matter of repetition. Too many clicks. Oh, the hits and the misses and the dodges and the parries. Alrighty.
I'm out of range.
Come on. Let's see if we can't progress here. And we've done. We haven't. What we've done? We've done. What have we done? We've done half a circuit, but I think we're less than halfway done. So, plenty of pleasurable content still to come. At least we're almost. It looks as if we're at least a good way through the vulture bones. Yep. Okay. Only one left. That's nice.
It's too far away. Not enough. I don't have
And poison on top, just for the hell of it. Thank you. Thank you, Kylie. Three minutes, actually. Reduced strength and whatnot. We carry on. Come on, let's go. A miss on the opener. That's just rough. Game doesn't like me. One lonely little herb grown here in the middle of the desert. Tough call. I'm unsure if it's the hour of day. I've been trying to consistently, when I've been online at this time, do like recruiting, but there aren't necessarily a lot of responses. I figured that it could well be the fact that it is early day. Ah, yeah, I don't think you need to do that, Sutella. It's... There's nothing wrong with using it for, you know, some things. I think it's mostly the case of people abusing it by simply using it every single time they have a message to deliver, regardless of if it's relevant for everybody or not. That's when it becomes, you know, just like abusing the tag. I think for the other stuff it's fine. When there's like that, when there's a purpose to the message delivered, it makes sense. I reckon. I mean, I would consider that to be why it's there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can follow. I follow what you're saying. I also think that, you know, if you don't sort of use it all the time, then when you actually use it, it carries more weight to it, because people know, okay, you know, this is for some specific purpose that serves something. 37 elite? I don't think so. I think we pick our battles, and that's not one of them. Hey, we finished something. First one down. One down. Several more to go. On the other hand, you know, I can see that I'm slowly but surely sort of making headway on all counts, so at least we're moving in the right direction. Little by little, everything is going towards a wrap up. Okay, well, we're getting close to the next completion, at least. That's nice. Nearly through with Saltstone crystal hides. One more. Another completion. Hey, all of a sudden, you know, we're going places. Whoops. Okay, so let's see here. Next part. Where are we? We're there. Okay, we'll just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, next mob, new mob type. Saltstone Gazers. All of a sudden you're appreciative of the fact that there's only 6 of them you need to kill. Right, that's a small amount. I gotta say, you know, despite the fact that I'm content with where we are now, I'm really looking forward to TBC. I just enjoy the zones more. It's I feel like the level of scenery they added was just a pleasure. So I'm really excited to get to that stage. Still time's off for sure, and you know, that's fine, but keen for it, that's for sure. Am I actually able to? Okay, no, I was lucky that I managed to stealth in between ticks of the poison. Okay. Lock. Parry dodge. I really can't figure out if I'm just unlucky or if it is just supposed to be such a wide extent of misses, dodges, parries, and all that. I feel unfairly treated, absolutely. They're not nice to me, and I don't like it. Okay, let's see where we're getting at. Some of them really feel like they have ungrateful drop rates, don't they? I mean, it's feels like a struggle on some of them. You know, one thing is a kill quest. You know that there's like just okay, 100% progression. If you need to kill 6 mobs, you know, once you've found 6 mobs and killed them, you're through. Whereas for the drop chances, some of them just feel so low that you're like, okay, kill 50 mobs, maybe you're lucky, you finished it. Well, and yet we're still slowly but surely making progress. Thankfully. Somebody's here. Definitely people here. Dead mobs all over. Is that nope, that's a crystal hide. Won't care about that one. Gazer. They're all dead. Crystal hide. Okay. Gazer. Okay. At least there's still one up. There's another one. That's nice. If we're lucky nobody else kills them, we have the last 2 that we need. At least for that specific one. I can't remember if you can actually, can't remember if you can actually outsmart their gaze. Is it something that while they start channeling, wow, that's a tough word right now apparently, this early in the morning, channeling, you can effectively like manage to get around them?
I'm out of range. I don't have
Nope, didn't work. They still turn. Okay, so we finished that. So basilisks. Basilisks, venom, and okay, well, getting there. My earlier statement as to whether or not we would actually end up being here through the entirety of the level before we were done might not hold up. Maybe it's the case that we'll be handing in quests that would effectively give us what we need to wrap it up. Unsure? Maybe? Let's see. I reckon I'm thinking right now that as a rogue being here, the poison, which inflicts damage every 3 seconds but lasts for 3 minutes, is ungrateful. Just because, you know, you lose any opportunity to stealth. Unless you bring something that can cleanse it off. It's a long duration. Come on. All of a sudden we feel like it, you're left with that last bit of stuff you need and it feels like it gets slower. Pretty much what we talked about yesterday. If the last drop you're missing always feels like it takes a lot longer than all the others. What's up with that? Getting jumped. All right, pushing ahead. More to come. Come on, come on, come on. This one's a toughie right now, that's for sure. Okay, let's see if we can't get some of the last ones here. No! Bastard. Stole my tag. Stole the mob tag right in front of me. Okay, at least we finish out the next part. So Soulstone Basilisk's done, meaning we need 2 good drops from the from the scorpids and then the tortoise shells. So at least as touching upon, we are slowly but surely making headway. 2 out of 6 types still to go. Means at least, 66% of the way. Wow, 2 fortunate drops in a row. Nice. Okay. See if we can continue with amazing drop rates for a little while longer. Get it sorted. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Okay, 12. No, we will wrap this up before we hit the level. That's for sure. Famous last words. I truly believe it. Otherwise, our luck will really go south. And there we go. A couple of scorpions. What we need. No such luck, man. Still 2 scorpion drops to go. 2 and 2. 2 scorpions, 2 turtle shells. And still such is the case. Come on, guys. I'm not feeling the love right now. love is. Drop chance love is holding out on me. That's for sure. Okay. Getting there, getting there. One of each, one of each. We're within, we can see the finish line. So, guess we'll have to settle for the fact that we're almost there. Gotta juggle 2 copy paste while doing some raid recruitment. Just watch me mess up and post a whisper. Yeah. It's one of those typical things, isn't it? Where you like, you're trying to do multiple things at a time and then you end up swapping things around. It's like the classical thing at work where you're thinking about one person while you're supposed to be sending an email to another, and then you sort of mess up and just do it incorrectly. Okay, one drop to go. One drop to go. We're so close to being there.
It's too far away. Not ready.
So close now, at least.
I don't have. Not ready. I don't have.
Not there yet. Not there yet, but so close.
Not ready. I don't have energy. Not ready. I don't have enough energy.
Not there yet. One more. Come on. This could be the one. And if not this one, then the next one. Or the next one. There we go. We made it. Thankfully. I mean, I figured we would, but still, right? At some point on. Yeah. Sooner or later, it's always that time, right? Alrighty. At least we completed this part. Good amount of turn-ins. Free up a bit of backspace. Hey, as predicted, we did manage to ding. Nice, okay. Hooray, hooray. 34, nice. Now we really need to unload some stuff in a second here. Success, at least, in that regard. Oh, excuse me. I slept horribly, so feeling it now. Alrighty. So we're going to Camp Taurajo. There we go. Moving on. Taking in the scenery, flying. Come on, we're flying. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet, but we're so close at least. Come on. Well, I guess, you know, fair enough. Actually, the you know, the Wind Rider might actually be struggling. It's not that Tauren is just a lightweight creature. So the Beast of Burden here might be actually struggling to keep me in the air. We made it. Okay, so let's see here. I actually am unsure if I might have some type of gear that is actually useful in my bank. Nope, 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 nope. I have all kinds of other stuff, but nope, 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 nope. Let's figure out if any of that stuff is actually worth putting on. Yeah, can I use this so we can sell some stuff here? See what I can successfully get rid of. And then, let's see here. Come on, come on. Okay, what do we got here? So
I've been expecting you.
okay. Fair enough. We got a couple of upgrades here or there, and we can send some stuff back and forth to clear up some backspace. See if we can find somewhere to repair.
What brings you here?
There we go. Fly to Crossroads. Alrighty. And they're off again. Okay, so we turn in. We got a few more decent turn-ins actually. Ladder ratchet. Oh, we're going to. We're about to start. Nah, we're just touching on STV. We're not quite there yet. We have Desolus first. Okay, so another level before it's. Another level before we get to STV. For better or worse. I think, well, at least like the fact that it's like a non-PV means that at least we're more. You get off cheaper, right? Easier than having well, PvP. That was what I was getting at. Not just getting your head bashed in. Okay. Hey. So, is there anything good at 34? Maul, Moonfire, Rake. Well, Rake matters less because we don't use his Starfire Swap. Nah, I mean, well, nothing we can't live without for now, at least. Nothing we can't live without. Okay, well, carry on.
Keep it quick, kid. I ain't got all
Take the
day.
boat to STV. Okay. That part I can manage. Maybe we're actually lucky to catch the boat. Come on. Well, it just arrived, so we should. Okay, fair enough. Hold the boat. Excellent. Mankrick. I wonder if Mankrick is brother of Mankirk. Some impressive shoulders, that's for sure. Solidly geared, although it's you can be a bit surprised at some of the items, right? Versus some of the others. So much effort gone into PvP set, and then you still have some, like, what I would assume are roughly subpar secondary pieces. But fair enough. I'm not one to judge. I shouldn't. No. Not with the level of effort and success I have. So. Okay, so what is it? We're here. We have, like, yeah, some warrior tanks. Think that just having, yeah, high wallet makes it best. Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, I get the fact that you could find yourself in a situation where you maybe need some specific stats, and if you don't have a good piece of gear with it, you would have to stick with a lesser piece to, you know, get your hit rating or something. But sometimes it just feels like your priorities have sort of dropped off. So you put in a lot of effort to get the PvP gear, but then you don't bother to sort of go chasing some of the other, let's say, call them purple items. Oh well, yeah. Again, to each his own. I don't get to judge. But I mean, it looks cool. I like the look of them. I mean, they're massive shoulders, that's for sure.
What's up? Have a good one.
That's cool. Yeah. I think in general, one of the things that I really appreciate visually are these shoulders that have, like, the animation, like the recurring, you know, like, visual thing where they're, like, either on flames or shadows or whatever. That's just sort of a moving effect.
Time is money, friend.
Okay, let's see here if we can find Chief Engineer Scooty.
Glad I could help.
On to the next one. No. Continuing from the best tank gear to appropriate gear in general, I find extremely useful to wear fire resistance. Yeah,
Time is money, friend.
I can imagine. But again, I think, you know, also if you like thinking on it, the more you do to alleviate healer stress, the better, right? I mean, it's same is gonna apply once you get into TBC and we start doing things like SSC, like the whole nature damage resistance mitigation, all that just becomes a thing to you know, make sure that you alleviate healer efforts as much as possible. And what you can do to contribute is res gear, right? With UBR's buffs or Shaman Totem above 210 fire resistance. Yeah. You do basically 50% damage as I have to hide less. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, that you can say even just like the amount of output you then have.
Well met.
Because you don't have to spend time doing all the other stuff. Yeah. It also worthy consideration. I mean, it all plays in.
Got the best deals anywhere.
What was I? No wonder there.
Glad I could. Yo, be good.
Hearth back to Camp Tarasha. Okay. Yeah, but again, you know, I guess also at some point, you taking more damage just means that there's higher probability of dying, and the only thing that a damage dealer doesn't contribute is any damage if they're dead. There's just very few situations where DPS actually need to wear resistance. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and you know, at the same time, I think we can conclude that on the meta level at this point in time, there's so much knowledge and so many people who have crunched the numbers, so it's not hard to know when is it makes sense, right? When is it worth the effort? You don't even have to think for yourself. You just need to go and check what all the others have sort of, you know, calculated. I mean, you playing the game at this time has never been easier, right? Huron encounter last night went so smoothly. First try with a dad strategy. You don't need to apologize for that. Yeah. I mean, I don't take offense to the utilization of the word dad strategy or anything. I mean, it's I think the conclusion is that for the average dad gamer who is a mediocre gamer because he plays so little, I think it's about accepting the fact that you know, you need to accommodate the raid based on, you know, the members you have present. It's no use trying to do you know, big EP strat if the execution by the players isn't you know, aren't able to successfully do so. So it all ties in. I think, you know, you're in a good place if the dad strat gamers actually recognize the fact that they aren't better than what they are, you know. Personal. It comes to the meta knowledge of the encounter. You could use natural resistance because of nature damage. You just lose so much output. Yeah, exactly. And that's part of the calculus as well, right? When does it make sense? Is it easier to just pump as hard and as fast as you can, and then the healers just have to be on point? And for every you can say, you know, you could also be in a situation where you basically start changing the strat over time based on gear, because with better gear, you know, you can pump more, so it becomes easier to do the Zerg strategy. So if it doesn't work in the beginning, maybe you'll get to the point where it starts to work instead. So No one should wear a nation system usual button public. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what do we get here? Second week you killed with one person alive. Then got yeah, fair enough. Moonfire, Starfire, Thorns, Maul, Rake. I didn't even have it on my bars. Nope. And swipe. Yep. I always just double check. I feel like sometimes when I haven't checked, then good morning, Spooky. How are you this morning? I feel like sometimes if I haven't checked the actual rank of my skills, for some reason it's not like it doesn't necessarily update to the latest version, and then you all of a sudden just at some point on registered that you're not doing the damage you expect, and it turns out you still have a lesser rank, which is just annoying. So I'm sure I could find the add-on for it, but it hasn't been important enough. Oh, down. So we get that. It just takes time to learn. Yeah, exactly. Destroy the Kodo skin scroll. Dear God. Like Twin Emperors, it took some tries yesterday, but managed. Okay, nice. I'm always so cautious of actually accidentally destroying the wrong object. Talk to Stampy. You know what? Sometimes I've wondered that the people who actually wrote the Rested XP add-on, that they basically have put in the specific points throughout the game where they want you to go to the auction house and buy something. It's not because you need it for the game. It's because that they then have been able to position themselves in such a manner that they know that if they just continuously keep buying up the specific thing from all auction houses on all servers every time, they can just sort of artificially inflate the prices. You know? I know it's not the case, but it's a worthy consideration / business case, simply to say, you know, ask everybody to buy some obscure item that they can control the market of completely, and then just sit back and have all the noobs just go out and buy it without thinking. I'm not sure if that speaks to how much of a not nice person I am that I would even consider something like that from my fellow humans, but I've wondered on it a few times, like if it was a strat. Okay, while I get on the flight path, I'm gonna go and grab myself a fresh cup of coffee. I'll be back in a few minutes. have returned. I am back. Oh, man, I banged up my ankle so hard yesterday at bouldering that I'm really feeling it today, that's for sure. Limping around like some LA gangster. Desolate it is now. Okay, yeah, and the wrong place. The like the tragic thing about it was that it was because I was trying a route which starts halfway up the wall, so you have to get a running start, run up, set, put your foot on the wall and sort of push off so you can jump up and reach the first handhold. And I managed to do it last week, and this week I was sort of like I always try to go back and do the route at least once more just to make sure it wasn't like a one-time thing. And I couldn't get a proper grip, so I kept sort of missing, and so I kept trying, and so effectively the thing that has caused me to be limping around today is that the spot on the wall where I pushed off every time, apparently the impact directly onto the ankle has simply been too much because I did it so many times. So yeah, like just a weak ankles, I guess. It's just weakness leaving the body. Alrighty. So, what have we got here? All the good old friends. All of a sudden, it feels like a long time ago I was here last. So, how are you today, Spooky? How goes with the single parenthood? Oh yeah, Thunder Axe Fortress. It's all coming back to me. Doesn't actually feel like that long ago I was here on the chamois. A foggy day in Desolus. See if I can't buff up a little. Would you... There we go. Eat the food. Oh yeah, I remember this part. This always... Same thing every time. Grinding till 35 becomes tedious, that's for sure. Well, here we go. Let the grind begin. Might as well get used to it. Gonna be here for a while. See if I can move that one. Guess we're gonna get used to seeing each other. So it looks to exterminate the burning blade from the face of the earth. At least they die quickly. That would be a sweet time to get some sort of fantastic wall drop, like a high-end blue or purple item or something. Just because it makes the grind a bit easier. Oh, nice. Alrighty, so let's see, averaging what, 160 some XP per mob, 48k to go. Youch. I don't think I have to start counting how many kills that is just yet. Can probably wait a good good amount of mobs before I have to start worrying, or not worrying, but at least assessing. One will be done. Da, da, da. Bad timing? No, managed. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Are we there yet? Classic backseat inquiry. Are we there yet? Hmm. Are we there yet? I wonder how you would feel if you had that sensation that there was somebody watching you, that you, and you know, but you couldn't see anybody, and then all of a sudden you get ambushed. You can almost hear the footsteps around you somewhere, like there's somebody really close. I can't see anybody, and then you get pounced. All of a sudden it's a bit more forgiving that, you know, to be fighting two mobs when they're below your own level. Feels less at risk. He says while he slowly dies due to miscalculation. Have you seen the new housing and retail? Would be cool if we all had our own guild. Okay, no, I have not actually. Sounds cheerful, yeah. I mean, there are some of the things, you know, with like the incentive for something on a like a continuous community level that would be, you know, that would be welcomed. I remember there was a few of the MMOs I played, like even going back 20 years, that had like the concept of player housing, and I think it was, you know, it just adds something other to the game. Even just the Star Wars MMO had like the one where you got your own. The guild got its own starship, and you could like decorate it and all those things. I think that adding that level of flavor where people, if they really enjoy it, could spend time, you know, decorating, putting in furniture. I think that's just super enjoyable. To each his own. But then all of a sudden you're catering to people on another level. If somebody really finds it to be super enjoyable, and you know, and everybody else still benefits from it, that somebody has wanted to put in the effort, so will be cool. In the guild I used to run back in the day, we'd identified an inn in Dalaran where we always would hang out. So if you were online and you were in Dalaran because you were in between stuff you were specifically doing, there was like the back room to one of the inns had like a small garden with tables and chairs, and people would. It was, you know, to some extent like RP, so we would just meet there and sit on chairs and talk, just for the hell of it. So it was like we had taken over. Yeah. And sometimes we had if we had like an officers meeting, we would always try to find a new place. Like people would go scouting, and then all of a sudden somebody would like find a remote like a offshore oil drilling platform or something where we could meet up. I can conclude that I'm gonna be here for a while. I figured. Of course, playing back-to-back days means that you're out of rested XP, so everything is just a little bit slower. I know what we're gonna be doing today, Ferb. I guess I could consider looking for an SM run instead. One-handed weapons. Okay. Cobalt Crusher. I'm so far away right now. Not really. Can't be asked having to relocate all the way over there right now. It's too far away. I'll just say hang out here, having my coffee. I should actually drink my coffee before it gets cold. It feels like the server in general right now is going through a bit of a slump. You know, on some levels. I mean, it even just when I've been trying to do like basic guild recruitment, it's just spamming recruitment message every so often. The amount of replies is much lower than normal. So there's definitely a lot of people who are holding off until Nax. And that's still what is that? That's probably not coming. Gotten 4 or 5 whispers, 2 of you, and I think, okay, that's okay. I mean, that's a decent percentage. But I mean, Nax is still what, maybe like 2 months off, I would guess, isn't it? I mean, it's probably not till decent concern is new. Yeah, exactly. Nax is probably not coming out until what, it'll end late October, early November, something like that. So I was about to say I'm surprised I didn't pull that guy, but I didn't. So kill this guy and go. Go. AQ the guild breaker. Overall server dies down during. Yeah. Yes. I mean, Nax is, Nax was the guild destroyer back in the day as well, right? It's just all of a sudden the level of capabilities you have just is be nice to be more social place. Might be a few drifting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still trying to also work on framing the recruitment message to really incorporate leveling players and social players as well. I've actually never utilized the like the carrot of us offering rating as something to attract people. I would much rather that people are pleasantly surprised, but come here for the concept of just being part of something. So, and then it's the rating, if you're into that, it's just like the added bonus. Because when rating is not your like primary concept, then people wouldn't stay long enough if that was what they came for anyway. I'm actually quite happy how our guild compares. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's also, and probably as a result, look at, yeah, exactly. But I also, I don't want to end up where we're just a guild where people log in for the raids and then aren't around for the rest of the time. Or the other way around. I could live with us being the social guild and then people have a raiding character in another guild if they really wanted, because hopefully they would spend the majority of their time here. But still, I would much rather prefer that people feel that this is the place they want to be, and and stick around, hang out, all that. So yeah, and I reckon that comes with some degree of like availability and accessibility and interaction, right? So us being able to just be a friendly bunch, everything that we've done so far. I feel we've at least managed to stay completely true to the concept that befits us. Exactly. And I think I've learning from past mistakes. I also know that sometimes in the past where I've given in to the pressure from the raiding segment of the guild, who've always wanted more and wanted everything from whether it's DKP or something else, it's always been at the expense of the whole social casual aspect, and before long everything breaks up because the raiders still end up not being content and move on, and so you've shattered everything. So I could have jumped jump ship many times, but I don't see the point that there's friends you make and never once raid. I can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean again, I'm still very positive about the fact that once we get to TBC and we only need to gather 10 people to be able to do several of the raids, it's gonna increase the availability again because it's gonna be that much easier to form, and that's really and going forward from there, because Wrath has the same. I'm really optimistic that regardless of how things pan out, we will be able to come back. I mean, not necessarily stronger, but on equal playing fields, at least with what we have in the past, you know. So I think, you know, having to only fill 25 for the max roster rate will be easier. So yeah, I'm optimistic and excited actually, especially things like Karazhan and Zulaman were just really raids I have so many fond memories of. So I'm keen to go back and create new memories with you all. I'm glad I'm not a clicker. I would be so bad at it. I'm impressed at some of the people who actually are clickers and that are actually fairly quick. It just feels so rough having to click through everything and then pan your camera and move and all that. Yeah, I'm surprised that people can manage that at all. Hats off to the people who manage. I also there's another WoW streamer who plays with a mouse touchpad. Funny enough, his Twitch handle is Touchpad Warrior, but he plays with the touchpad. So I'm impressed at that as well. I mean that he has the delicate sensibility to be able to do it. Just seems impressive. To be honest, a couple of people have left our partner guild due to class rate spot availability fairly recently. I feel it's fairly sure as I do that it's not going to be long until 2040 content. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think we're back to the concept of, you know, what is your main purpose for being in a guild? Is it, again, if your main focus is raiding and everything comes down to ensuring a raid spot, then you can say your affection, your specific relations towards the guild is second to your your loyalty is second to raid consideration. You know, whereas I think for many of us, hopefully, it's, I was about to say, family first, right? We're here because we like being here more than anything else, and that sort of governs everything from there. I mean, and also I'd have no objection to trying to cater on every level to what the family wants, you know, because again, I know people are here because they want to be here, and I want to try and keep everybody happy and content and do what I can to offer what they want, because I know it's appreciated, and I know that for better or worse, it's not necessarily going to be something that means that if people don't get what they want day one, then they just pack up and leave. So it all ties in for me in the sense of like, I'm open to trying to accommodate the guild's wishes because I know it's appreciated, and and there's maybe also that sense of, okay, we even just like contribution, like when this guild started, and especially when I knew I was moving, some of the others who stepped up and just carried the baton, in the sense of Totala, Danny, yourself, Sutala, some of these people who tried to make sure that raiding could actually continue, because I basically dropped off just as we were getting started. That just goes to show, that shows a lot in the sense that people would do that. Even majority of the guilds I've been in the past has lacked people who would just unselfishly just step up and take over and hard carry from there, and that again just speaks volumes to the people that are here, so it's I would almost say it's heartwarming to the extent that people have pitched in. Of course, different needs for different people. Yeah, for them it was one place, certain class. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, I can I can appreciate that as well. If you really have a specific love for a specific class that is by all means what you want, then maybe you also have to do what you have to do, right? So I can't always commit to research. It's nice to still feel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think and hope and feel that that's what we have here, right? That it's not about how little or how much you're around. It's still a matter of every time you're here. Also, I think it's like the testament that every time you're here, it's because we know that you found time in your busy life to stop by, right? And that even that in some manner speaks to something that you keep coming back every time the opportunity presents itself. It's just unfortunate that there's a certain need for certain classes. Yeah. And yeah, I think I'll most definitely maining my hunter, but I don't have raid bots. Yeah. I think we're also gonna find ourselves in a situation where the need for certain classes with TBC gets less. It becomes less important to have a very specific composition, and even more so once Wrath comes out. Of course, that's a long way off, but still, that it becomes easier and easier because the buffs sort of get shared across multiple classes, so you become less dependent on something specific. And I would also say that I would ultimately rather bring all of one class if it were guild members, and then maybe only kill half the bosses, than force people to join on something, or pug somebody to accommodate a specific composition. That would be the worst, absolutely, having to do that. I mean, I would much rather wipe all night with a full guild run than force some sort of requirement on somebody, either to swap class or sit them out to bring something specific. A player attendance stays similar, will host 25 and fill in. Yeah. Yes. I think you're fairly on point with that. Yeah, exactly. But I think, even just with the little interaction I've had with Bagels, it's also interesting that despite the fact that it's been some months since we started planning to do things together, um, none of the guilds fancied getting consumed by the other guilds, right? They didn't want to get fused into ours, and we really didn't want to get fused into theirs, which also speaks to some degree of like affection slash loyalty that was more important, which I think is a good thing, right? Yeah, exactly. But there are a lot of similarities, and yet it's not the same, right? So there's always going to be that. Well, there's something that they do differently, or again, it's if there's a likelihood of not all of the existing members then joining. Are you prepared to say goodbye to some of the people that you actually maybe hang out with most of the time when you're online? So yeah. But the fact that the cooperation continues to work, again, is also a testament to the fact that if you want it, then it's doable, right? You can get a lot done as long as you're committed to trying and putting in your best. So. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Are we there yet now? No, we're not there yet. I think as long as you have guild leader and core group. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you can always, again, coming back to the whole, if you know and stay true to your core values, you can always, attract new members. So it's just, you just have to resume the recruitment thing if need be, but you can always manage if there are people left who are there to support and help sort of rekindle whatever needs. So yeah, we will prevail. Probably only friction in the raids overall will be the consumables. For example, for Twin Emperors, Flash for tanks and Wallace gets expensive, and there's only so much. Yeah, yes, I think that as well. For as we move towards especially TBC, it's gonna get more doable. And one of the considerations for that is even something as basic as the guild bank, because it will create a situation in which you can have people contribute on a level of helping farm up herbs for the greater good, so you can basically have like a collective sense of community for the raiders, if that's it, to say, guys, let's all try and pitch in. And sort of it's, you pay it forward and you reap the rewards. Because you can also you can segregate it, so you can basically, whether it's, although I'm generally against having the concept of raiders versus the rest, but you could have a specific tab that is for raid exclusive things, where you say this is the tab that contains things for the people who take part in raids, right? So we'll try to contribute flasks for everybody, because whatever we harvest or sell from raid loot could, is used to fund future progression, things like that. So you create like a closed loop ecosystem where you keep putting it back in. Yeah. 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 I think we'll survive on all counts. In general, I think it'll get easier as we go, continuously for a long while still. I don't actually, have. Of course, even though Nax is still some way off, I reckon that there's probably at least some consideration to remembering that if you grind out your Argent Dawn rep, you can attune cheaper. So it's easier to consider working your way towards Exalted now, while time is still there. But I think also, touching on another point, especially looking ahead towards TBC, there's gonna be so much of the reputation grind that's based on just dungeons, that even just the opportunity to, do a series of guild runs, just form a few groups and then just rinse and repeat, because you're gonna need a lot, right? The reputation rewards for Exalted from all the different entry level dungeons is just significant. So there's an incentive to keep coming back, doing it for a long time until you get to Exalted for all the five base factions. So hopefully there's ample opportunity to do stuff together. And then later on you have things like trash runs for the raids, so you can all of a sudden, when Mount Hyjal comes out, you can basically do a trash run. Even though you're not killing any bosses, you still have the opportunity to, farm up some of the trash drops, things like that, which are super OP, so. Hit and a miss, and so we're almost halfway through the level. Yeah, fishing dailies, yes. You have your reputation grind for Netherwing drakes, which is also long. There's the Orgrimmar faction and all these other ones. There's a lot of factions all of a sudden coming into play with different incentives based on like rewards. So yeah. Lots to do, places to go, people to see. There's gonna be people grinding out the weapon blacksmithing weapon masteries, and you're gonna have people doing the alchemy masteries. I keep forgetting I'll not be starting from Outlands and need to level to 59 from one. Yeah. There is a likelihood that they're gonna be releasing the boost, level boost, so you can basically, if you want, pay to get to 58, right? It's always a delicate balance assessing whether you feel like you wanna skip ahead. Sometimes I think your intentions are good and you go, no, I'll level myself, I'm not spending 20 euros or whatever to pay. And then you get 10 levels in and you're like, okay, I might actually be considering it anyway. I've been there in the past. I could see myself being in that situation once more, where I'm like, nah, I'd rather get the full experience, and then level 2 comes by and you're like, no, I tried, I failed. I'll join, I think, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things. I don't actually... Yeah, take care. I don't actually remember, did achievements come out in TBC, or were they actually not presented until Wrath? I can't remember. Nope. Oh yeah, better keep recruiting. I think it's almost time for a quick break. I'm gonna grab something to eat. And then, hey, pleasantly enough, we still have another, I don't know, couple of hours maybe, grinding out these mobs to finish up the level. At least we're more than halfway to 35 by now. Only just, but still. This is, as far as I remember, this is one of the roughest stretches in the sense that it's so repetitive. I don't quite remember there being any other stretches that are quite as long, because it's generally close to a full level that you're grinding out here. Later on, as far as I remember, you have a few places. Gotta take a break soon. Yeah, gotta spend a few more. Yeah, that's fine. Not to worry. I might be. I think I'll probably maybe squeeze off these 2 mobs and then do a quick break as well. Grab something to eat, but I'll probably be. I probably won't be jumping off. I'll just be away for a second and then I'll be back. Let's see. Here's a wanderer. Maybe I'll stay here. Okay, I'm going to go grab something to eat. I will be back in some minutes. If I don't see ya, have a great day. If I see ya, then see you again shortly. And we're back. Hello again. Still alive and kicking. Managed to find a decent spot to be AFK apparently. Alrighty, let's resume. There we go. Just a few more mobs to kill.
I don't have enough. Not enough energy. I don't have enough. Ready. Not enough energy.
200-ish. Only 200 left. Alrighty, meep meep. Time to get going. I was trying to keep a little bit tabs on how I was going with Race to World first, just for the hell of it. Not that I have played retail at any point, but I've always found it interesting to keep an eye on how they generally do. So I have it running in a small window on the second monitor just for reference. To see how they're performing. Few more mobs to kill. Hardest part of the game, pathing. That was a decent opener. When you take off, what, 75% of the mob's health on the opener, at least you get an easy time with the rest. Ouch. Oh, this is... This is definitely a lesson in what? Patience, perseverance, resilience, all of the above. I think you know, there's always that one type of player who can grind on end for hours and hours and hours, and I've actually done that in the past in other games, but for some reason I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a case that nowadays it's just too monotonous, too little incentive to keep just going at it. I mean, this is okay because you know there's like an expiration period on it, you know. But still, it's definitely a long haul. It's definitely quite the undertaking. You. Excuse me. All the misses and parries is just harsh sometimes. Oops. Come on. No love for the druid. Here we go. Still at it. Ah, I actually got ahead of the respawn by a fraction. Does that mean my kill speed has increased slightly compared to before, where I could basically do like a full cycle? Or maybe I skipped something somewhere. So let's see here. Still a good ways off. 25k left. true test if this is one of those places where the walls actually are LOS. Whoop. Okay, fair enough.
I'm out of range.
Let's try that one more time. I don't actually even remember if this is... I sometimes confuse some of these locations in the sense of some of them you're supposed to go inside and kill something, grab something, and some of them you're not, and then all of a sudden you forget which is which. I guess that's why I'm in a position to just follow the add-on. I don't have to think. But yeah. That's probably why I chose it. Me and thinking we're not good together. Okay, work continues. I think I'm actually inclined to consider taking a timeout, jumping off for a bit. I think I might do that. Maybe let's see if I hearth back to Thunder Bluff and then fly to Sunrock. It's not that far to run from there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna jump off, guys and gals. Take care. See you later. At some point. As always, a pleasure. Hope you're doing well. Have a great day, and I'll